Welcome to Red Carpet Queen.
Hello, ladies. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so
Hello.
much. Thank you.
So thank you for joining us, of course. And, everyone has busy lives, but we love when our guests take time out to come and, spend a little time with us. So we love that. So we definitely appreciate that. So please fill us in on all your fabulousness.
Yes.
So, okay. And it is remarkable. This has been a remarkable year, not only for me as the CEO of POPi, Peace on Patuxent, and that is so correct, Lala. You just brought it all in right, both you and Tina. It has been a remarkable year. This year, I also launched SenitaM.com, which is a consulting firm that helps corporate and individuals learn how to move through those obstacles, because as women, we tend to bump into obstacles. But the actual, and I do that. Let me say it this way: I do that with a method that I've designed called Reclaim, and it starts with research, examine, communicate, listen, apply, integrate, and then mentor. If you use all those steps, it will help you to refocus and get to where you want to go. And so all of this was birthed out of Peace on Patuxent, because the question is always, how did you get there? And it's always me having to apply the Reclaim method to myself. So so that's how we got there. But Peace on Patuxent, of course, it is a nonprofit. It is a nonprofit located in Laurel, Maryland. It is a nonprofit for women diagnosed with life-leveling cancers. And I say life-leveling because all cancers are life-leveling. I don't care if it's skin cancer. And I thought it was ideal to really have this conversation right here as we're getting ready to kick off Breast Cancer Month, followed by lung cancer. And many of us, many women that I know, those are the two cancers that attack women that we see the most of, although there are so many more out there that we don't talk about or that aren't recognized in our communities, in the various communities. However, once a woman is diagnosed with a life-leveling cancer, what Peace on Patuxent is this a place that allows her to determine how she wants to run her journey. It is just the pause. It's the pause and let me think about it. It is the pause and let me get away from my family for a moment. Let me get away from the norms and the expectations so that I can make a decision. And it's not done in isolation. Peace on Patuxent is a place where women come together. It is at no cost. They come together. So you may have a woman who may have colon cancer and she has a good day. They're all healthy enough, though, to be on their own, to be at the property. So all these cancers come together. But what's unique about it is that they're all women and they're all ethnic. That's the difference. That is the difference. So they can see themselves when they walk into the room. They can see, oh my gosh, this looks like me. I can feel comfortable to talk about me. There is a sisterhood that is formed once they come. There is a partnership, an accountability. But in all of that, what our volunteers do here at Peace on Patuxent, first, and I heard you talk about the transportation. First, we provide, we have two paths. One is a day retreat where if a woman is just not feeling well, her best to stay overnight, she can come and sit in the meditation gardens. That's one path. And then the other path is where a woman who is feeling her best and she's saying, okay, I feel good, and she's within the parameters to be accepted. We provide transportation for that woman, not Uber, not Lyft. We send a limousine to pick her up from door to door because we want to honor our women. We want them to know, not only our women, but our families that trust us with the women, that they can come here and we honor them. They are greeted with a red carpet. They are crowned, and then they are served. They are provided services no less than a bed and breakfast at no cost. And they are here, they receive yoga, intentional meditation, centering. It's just a place where for once you can stop and think about or reflect, get a resemblance of what you felt like, see that woman before she was diagnosed. That's a difference.
So let me jump in for a minute, and want you to just go back a little bit. Like, what made you decide to take this journey? Why that route?
Okay, that's a good one. So actually, I was diagnosed almost 20 something years ago with MGUS, and MGUS is a precursor to multiple myeloma. And not only was I was diagnosed, but I also had a mother who was diagnosed with lung cancer at the same time. So we can talk about it. And of course, she eventually succumbed to her illness. However, when you're sitting in the room and you see all the things that are going on, but when you're sitting in a doctor's office and you're trying to determine which one the oncologist is going to see, is it going to be me or her? That's a different place. That's just a place in life. Not only that, I can tell you 18 months later, I lost my best friend to lung cancer. So it was just a culmination of things that put me on the journey, set me on the journey to begin to become a champion for women. I hear about all these organizations that's out there, and this is the other side, is that I was in it, but then I also championed for those that didn't have a voice. And I see all these organizations out there, but what I didn't see was them in my community. I did not see them in my community, and I didn't see people that look like me or you. I didn't see it. And if I did, I'm in PG County, I'm in Maryland, let me say that first of all, but we're no different when we talk about the demographics. There are places where a woman who is, let's say, south of the Beltway, southeast, that woman does not have access to respite that may be over on a prominent side of Maryland. If she does have it, how is she going to get there?
That's
then
true.
When she gets there, how is she going to feel when she walk into that room? Will she come back? Will she feel like I got something, accomplished something? So there are so many things that we looked at when I launched Peace on Patuxent. And I believe that I did not launch Peace on Patuxent. I believe I was chosen and it was launched through me.
And that was going to be my next question, is why you think you was chosen? Because we know you've gone through this. We know you've gone through the journey, but why you?
Well, I think, I'd like to think that I've been on the threshing floor for a long time. When I came out of school as a young girl, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. And then somewhere in there, I decided, you know what? I'm going to save my medical skills for people that I love. And so I walked my degree back over to business and eventually landed in the government. All of that. And then when we go back to reclaim, all of that, those were points where I had to figure out, like, okay, what do I want to do here? Those were moments where you had to shift, think about it, get a mentor, apply what you knew, trust the process. There were so many moments where you just had to bring in a process. So that was the reclaim method in action. I didn't know then, but I do know now.
I like it.
And I say all of that, but of course, in all of this, Peace on Patuxent is a nonprofit organization. We provide transportation. We provide, all of this is at no cost. So Senita M Hill Consulting is the place where we say, okay, how can we get funding? How can I get out here and raise the banner? We're getting ready to have a fundraiser. We have so many fundraisers, but I just don't believe that servitude is a big thing for a lot of people in our communities. We are reactive as opposed to proactive. When cancer is in our community, then we're looking for things.
Right.
I'm here to say the only way Peace on Patuxent can stay in the communities is if we pour into Peace on Patuxent, or we get the support. So that's what I got.
And Lala, you have a question, Lala?
Yes, to that point, where you find that it's typically when we need the services that people start running and looking for those services. How has PG County and just the surrounding communities, how have they responded to your missions and this program that you've created?
So PG County has really been supportive. We've had some hiccups because we've changed leadership. We've gone through some political changes, but the leaders in the county have really supported us. They have poured into us. I'm in the city of Laurel, which is a separate city within itself. So from getting the permit, getting grants, the communities have really come together. We have clients coming from Baltimore, Frederick, Elton.
Wow.
So we're all over. It's not just one county. This is a statewide issue. And we got to make sure that we're very transparent with our organization, but not to use one county's funds to pay for another fund. We have to make sure we pour into it. And not only that, when I first started out, I thought I was just going to be City of Laurel, and we still have priority lists. But I thought I'd just be City of Laurel. Well, I'm just here to tell you, in the past year, we have women that want to come from Chicago,
that is so awesome.
And we really have decided as a board that we would not turn these women away. They will be responsible for their own transportation, but we will meet them with the same car at the airport, at the train station. We will greet them with the same carpet, red carpet. No different. Every woman should experience Peace on Patuxent.
That is so awesome. What made you want to implement the whole red carpet, experience? Like, why red carpet?
So there are two carpets, actually.
Oh,
the overnight guests arrive by limousine, so they get a red carpet. Our day guests get purple carpet. And they all come together. And what made me decide was because we have our logo, our ambassador's logo is She Matters. She matters. If that woman is still somebody's mother, she's somebody's daughter, she's someone's co-worker, she is someone, and she matters. And we honor her. Most women are the center of the family. They're working, they're working, they're going to school, they're being a parent, and all while still going through their diagnosis. So why not honor her? Why not? And so
I like that too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I like the fact that you just create this experience for these ladies. And I know that just doing this and just hearing their stories is what helps keep you going and keeping you pushed to do more and more and more. But I want to know, through all your experiences and meeting the different women and their different walks of life, what is your most memorable story that kind of sticks with you, that when the pavement hits the road and you're like, look, that one story that gives you that boost to keep going and keep fighting to be able to provide this for these ladies?
Good question, Lala. Good question.
So the one story, there's so many. It's not one.
I was going to say it's probably many.
Yeah, they're all their own stories. When they arrive to the property, they don't know what they're expecting. No one knows what respite is. All they know is they need a break. And so they don't know what to expect when they come. However, when they get here and when they leave, there's a transformation. You can watch it. I say the property is ordained. I say the property belongs to the women. And when they come together, there is a transformation that happens, and it's spiritual. We are not in their space. This property belongs to the women when they're here. Our volunteers are invisible. They cannot be in the space. This is all about giving them their place to just be. Most of the women, the one theme that I've heard is they never took time for themselves. They never took a moment to cry. They never took a moment to exhale. That's Peace on Patuxent.
That's true. Yeah. Well, Gerald had a good question up there. You having intentions of expanding it to men?
Once we can get this women one off the ground. We got to get funding. Once we get funding, and we do plan, I can tell you, I do.
Yeah.
Expand, but we have to.
I mean, I got it. It said She Matters. I mean, I understood.
Gerald, sorry.
But we do accept men. Let me tell you, I know Gerald had, but we do want our men to raise the banner for Peace on Patuxent, because behind every man, as they say, is a good woman. And we know that there are women. So if the men can talk about it, if the men can say we're donating, if the men can say this is what we're doing, and we're getting out there, we're cutting the grass, we're going to shovel their sidewalk.
Supporting, yeah.
Absolutely. If the men can do it, the more, what they say, many hands make it easy. So the more hands we get into this and help us to lift it and move it, it's phenomenal. I'm just proud. And I tell anyone that I'm in the metropolitan area, we are not shy on education, funding. We are not shy anywhere. But when we look at the organization and when we step out and realize that, you know what, we need this. We as women can move this forward. We can help pass it on. It's the best gift. And I'd say if no one recognizes that this is in their city, and when they do, they should be honored, because I'm honored to bring it to the women.
And tell me again, what does POPi stand for?
Peace on Patuxent Incorporated.
Okay, I like that. I got to stop using it for the other thing.
Now I have a question for our community of viewers who hear certain words and they shy away from them because they're afraid of what it means. And so I know that you guys offer respite care. Some of our viewers view that as, oh, this is the care they get before someone passes on. Can you tell us a little more about what respite care is and why it's important?
Oh, I love that. Thank you. That's a great question. And I'll tell you the difference. When we first opened, just to give you a little story, when we first opened and we did our ribbon cutting, we got this big wheel, and you would win a prize, and we still have it, if you landed on what respite is. Because most people think that it is a nursing home, that it is hospice, that it's all these things. It's none of those things.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
No, respite. You have to be healthy to be here. We are not affiliated with any hospitals, any doctors, and you don't need a referral, and you don't need medical insurance to come. This is all self-attesting. And so we do interview you, but it's self-attesting. So what respite is it's a break. It is a break, simply a break, where you come and we allow you to just be. You don't have to participate in the, any activity. You could just sit in the garden. She may say, I just want to sit here. So I had a young lady that is now on our board of directors. And she says, I'm joining because there are two things. There's the diagnosis, and then there is, for many, there's diagnosis, and then there's hospice. Well, Peace on Patuxent is the in-between. It's the in-between.
Wow, that's good.
Now, Gerald talked about expanding to the men. I'm still stuck on the women because as a pastor's daughter, I understand how relationship and how it connects. And, our men are supposed to cover our women, but there's a certain responsibility that our women have to hold our men up so that they can cover the women in the family. So this here is more catered to those who are attached to cancer. Are you looking to expand to possibly those women who have experienced domestic violence, those women who have experienced PTSD, other things that causes
other
our
entities
not show up as their best selves? Because just this program is like, I'm listening to you, I've read the profile, and I'm like, this is necessary for women in general to get us back to where we need to be, so that we can be in proper position to stand to help lift our Black men, so that they can be their best selves to cover the family, so that we can get back to our rightful place.
That's absolutely, good question. I like that, Lila. I like that.
So that is a good question, and that's a great question. But for Peace on Patuxent, our mission is women diagnosed with cancer and all cancers. However, a woman diagnosed with cancer may have PTSD. She may be, she's not excluded from those things. She just has to have been diagnosed with cancer, and within the 2 years post-diagnosis. So our focus really is on the women. We don't want to stretch thin. Some of those things, we are, again, as I said, we're not connected with any medical facility or any doctors. So some of our traumas and some of the medical issues that women bring require a medical professional, and we don't have that.
Wow.
It's
So this is good information, and I mean, I learned a couple of things, so this is good. Please, and share your website just in case everyone didn't read it in the chat. What's your website so everybody can kind of support you?
www.peaceonpatuxent.org.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you again for joining us and educating us and enlightening us once again, because I don't think we're ever too old to learn something new. So, and we need to support organizations like yours that we've never heard of.
Absolutely.
So I think this is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
I do have one quick question for you, though.
Okay.
So after a long day of serving others, what is it that you do to replenish you?
So every 3 months, I have implemented that Senita will take a vacation, and we take respite, and that's a respite for myself and my staff. We are only open we open our doors for the season in May, and we close the doors in October so that we can then take a break from November until December, from November until the following May, which is our planning season. We still have things going on. And as Gerald just mentioned, our fundraiser, we have a fundraiser October the 4th, Boots on the Ground. It is Boots on the Ground. The ticket, I'm not sure if you all are showing it, but Boots on the Ground is a line dance fundraiser, nothing but fun.
Oh, I like the line dance.
Yes, nothing but fun. We are giving out prizes to the best dressed person. We have food. We have food. You can bring what you like to drink. We have prizes and all of that. One of the other things, I don't know if I answered your question, Lala. I know you did ask me a question. I said a vacation. Every 3 months, I take a vacation. So there
you mentioned.
Okay, there it is.
So yes, so we have the every May we have our staple tea, but most important, right now we're getting ready to do this Boots on the Ground and kick off breast cancer, and then we go into
awesome.
to lung cancer month. And it's all cancers. I think it's just, to me, it's all cancers. And then in every May, there is a high noon tea. So we have some great
high noon.
Yes, we have great.
If you guys decide to have special guests, can you please just invite me so I can see if I can.
Exactly. You need to go so that you can tell me how, I can be there in spirit.
Ladies, we will
I just want to be in the room.
We will make sure you get the information. And by all means, do share the Boots on the Ground. Tell everyone. If they can't make it, donate. Again, you know, I'm going to say donate, because we can't do this. All of this costs money. You heard me say it is a limo. Everything costs. But we would rather say thanks to our sponsors, thanks to our donors. That's what we want to say. So
because she matters.
She matters, absolutely.
Love it.
Thank you.
Amazing.
This is so awesome.